Hello guys, welcome back. This is a channel where Loki has to explain everything for me. He has to interpret Odin's actions, and he waits until the dust settles, and then he interprets Odin's actions when it's a little too late to do anything about it. I've noticed. I go, what? Loki's an opportunist. If he can take back over, he will. And this morning, it was not a dream from Loki, as far as I know. I had this dream and it worried me, so I went to Odin. Odin said, well, do you want this to actually happen? Is this something that would make you happy? I said, no, it was like a nightmare. I don't want it to happen unless you're telling me this was a dream from you and it was an order. He didn't seem happy with that response, but got up, did room magic to make sure it didn't happen, reassuring him I want an all Norse household. I don't want to keep going in circles. I thought we were good. We cooked together today. We did stuff today. I worked on Njord's altar. I worked on, Pinterest boards. I kind of use it like meditation, working with the gods. Did meditation time, did bibliomancy together, and Odin kept trying to find out the truth about things, which, he loves knowledge, right? And he was dig. And I'm sure he knew already, but he was asking me what kind of relationship did we have? Why did it end? All this, really private details. So I told him because I'm like, there's no reason my main god shouldn't know all these things. And I think it was just the perfect storm of me being honest and Odin being in a delicate place and me not realizing it. And it blew up in my face. And I think he didn't like the fact that I'm always truthful, which I spent a while with this old deity against my will. It wasn't like being a god slave, but it was against my will. It was like, you're mine, you don't have a choice. I'll make your life living hell if you don't work with me. So it was like and the other deities around the time said this is actually a good thing for you. He just has no tact. Work with him. It will be okay. We'll back you up. So in retrospect, it wasn't nearly as bad as it could have been. I wasn't thrown to the wolves and left alone with him. Probably bad metaphor to use in this household now on. But you know what I mean. It wasn't. I wasn't left totally alone. I had others to go to, and we could have time to talk. And the ironic thing was, the one deity that could have told me where I misstepped and made tactical errors with Odin today would have been this old deity. And he would have told me because we were almost exactly the same, which was why we were working together, because we were practically exactly the same, and it was scary. And it was something that gave me discipline, but it was also something that made me more brutally honest than he used to be. So, he could have told me why today went so horribly wrong. He could have walked me back and he would have put it out as a battle plan to show me where in the war everything went wrong and this was not Ares. And he would have shown me what I should have done, and he would have said in the future you take this course or you take that course. And we did have a more honest relationship because he treated me like one of his soldiers, and he would say, well, if I would say I'm worried about the future, he would give me a very blunt, very honest answer. It wasn't loving or kind, but it was blunt and it was honest. I came to respect that over time. And the thing was, that particular deity wanted me to, have this very loving relationship with him where as much as I tried and we worked together for years, there was nothing to love. There was organization and hard work ethic and battle excellence, but there wasn't any warmth whatsoever. And I don't think he ever understood that. I don't think he's capable of understanding it because that's just how his personality is. He's never going to be warm and loving. And I got, oh, back here. I'm like, yeah. So what do you think? It ended up ending in disaster. I could see it was going to end up in disaster because I'm a highly emotional person, and he could be highly emotional too. Unfortunately, the one emotion he could do very well was anger. So, that did not end well. And Odin apparently didn't appreciate hearing the truth about this, but I said, well, you asked, I'm going to tell you the truth. I say that's why it ended. I said, I need emotional support. I need someone that can cry with me every so often. I need someone that understands why I'm scared. I said, I need someone that will, even if they tell me a Loki story, and we've all had Loki stories, that if I say I'm scared about the future, or my anxiety is acting up, or I'm having a panic attack, I said, tell me lies, make up bullshit that doesn't even make sense, but tell me something. Odin won't. Odin will shut down and not talk to me and not communicate, because I tried to get back to brass tacks with him today, and he shut down and wouldn't communicate with me. And he said very snippily, maybe I should go back to this old deity, because even though he didn't love me, apparently he still wants me if he's showing up in my dreams. And apparently he was so much better a provider than Odin will ever be, because Odin's never, said yes, whatever. Made this video about 30 different times for you. Odin just tells me he needs me to, trust he will provide without zero signs. But Odin actually got angry to the point where weird signs were coming up, like the phone rang right after I asked Oski if he would help me, and the caller ID was none, as in nothing, no help's coming. Read the runes, came up that I'm going to lose everything, and I'm like, wow, you're really, really angry, and I can't deal with this kind of anger, because that's exactly why that relationship ended. And I said, I'm going to give you a cooling off period. I'm not abandoning you. I'm not throwing you out. I'm not doing anything like that. But I said, you and I both need to sit down when we're both very calm and we have a mediator other than Loki, because Loki will pull shit. I heard, no, I won't. And I said, we have to talk and be honest. I said, if you don't feel like providing for me, there's not going to be a relationship. I said, I need a provider. I don't need a god that's just going to, and I'm not accusing Odin of this, by the way, just wait for someone else to make stuff happen. I said, I don't know why you won't show me or go and provide for me. I said, that's one of my basic needs. If you know me as well as you say you know me, you know that's one of my needs. Loki actually lost his temper and yelled at Odin. And he says, she's being good here. She's trying to show you faith, and you're the one that keeps biting at her and snipping at her and everything else. So Loki actually took my side. Loki took back over. Odin kind of wandered back in, looked at me, kind of feeling, I think, sorry for Odin, not me. And Loki, I think, has had enough. And Loki said, you didn't do anything wrong this time. This was honestly none of your fault, because you can't control your dream. It was not lucid dreaming, and it was a nightmare. And I was explaining to Odin, I said, this would be my worst nightmare come true. Will you please protect me? And you would think Odin would be flattered, right? No, Odin was pissed off beyond words. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. At least Loki loves me. Loki's like literally the only deity in existence talking to me at this point in time. But he said, I didn't do anything wrong. It's not my fault. I tried to keep faith with Odin. I tried to cook for him, tried to do bibliomancy, tried to do magic for him. I did everything. I went out of my way to show good faith and show love to him. And it was like, I vaguely felt this thing of trying to make up, but it was not actually making up. It was like, well, Odin's sorry for Odin's sake. And I'm like, this is very un-Odin-like of you. I don't know who you are, but you're not the Odin I recognize, because the Odin I recognize wouldn't sit there and throw a pity party for Odin. He just wouldn't. He would deal with whatever cards he'd been dealt. He might not be happy, but he would deal with them. And I said, I came to you for protection and help and aid today, and you threw it back in my face. I said, I don't know exactly what's wrong with you, but you're not the Odin I recognize, so I don't know what went wrong. And that came at the end of the day. That is not the first thing I said to him today. All day long, I was like traipsing after Odin, writing him poetry, as you saw over on Patreon, talking to him, praising him, lighting him candles, doing magic with him. I couldn't have treated him nicer, and then he threw it all in my face, and I was like, okay, you know what? I do have a certain standard for how I want treated, and I'm not taking this. I don't know what I did wrong, but I came to you for help. If you're going to throw me at an old deity, You guys know me. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? You know me. You know me. If you're going to throw something in my face, if you're going to treat me that poorly, I'm not actually going to end up with that deity because there's nothing at the end there. We had nothing in common. We can still talk probably and be civil, but we have nothing in common. But I said, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know. Loki doesn't know. Loki's like, he'll be damned if he knows because he didn't see this coming either. So I don't know, guys. I don't know what to tell you. If I told you guys I would tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, I don't know. I must hit a sore spot for Odin. I apologize like 9 billion times. But it's all my fault. And I did it, and I know what I did, and I have no idea what the hell I did. It's exactly like an argument with Loki where he will tell you, you know what you did, and you actually did nothing. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.